right, so once again, we're in the whiteboard, and in this video, we're going to talk about a couple of ways in which you can bring more than one student up to the panel and use the whiteboard environment to do that, and have each student be able to do something on the panel in the whiteboard at the same time. So there are a couple of ways to make that happen. And one way is something that we've actually talked about in other videos, but I'll just review it here. You can actually configure, if I go to the settings button down there in the corner, object recognition right here where it says write with fine pen only. If I change that to write with fine pen or fingers, now what that means is we go from having one writing utensil to having two writing utensils, because now my finger can also be a writer. And so here's a case where you can give one student a stylus and give another student a finger, and then here you can actually make it happen so they can each have a different color to work with. So I'll show you how that works. I'm going to take my stylus and tap the color here, or tap the menu rather, to adjust the color. Let's go with that, and let's go with that thickness right there. And then I'm going to close it. That's now been assigned to my thin writing utensil, my stylus. I'm going to take my finger, do the same thing, but let's go with a different color like that. And then, okay, so I have this is this, and then my finger is this. And then if I make them both happen at the same time, yeah, sure enough. So we can actually have a couple of students up here at the same time because we're leveraging the multi-touch capabilities of the panel. So when we have object recognition set up that way, when our fingers are writing utensil, we can make that happen. So that's one good way to bring more than one student up to the panel at one time and work in this space. But there's a way you can also give students individualized spaces on the whiteboard. And so the way to make that happen is, if we go down here to our options menu, that's the three dots, and pull up the options window. We've got our tabs here at the top. The very last one labeled Canvas. We give that a touch, and there's one button there. It's labeled Split Mode. You give that a touch, and sure enough, two whiteboards for the price of one. So students now have these individualized spaces, as you can see, where they can get work done that way. Now, it's very basic. You get a basic white background, just the basic writing utensils, so it's very fundamental. But what you can also do is go up to this menu button here in the top left-hand corner, give that a touch. Oh, and there's a three split button there. And so we can go from 2 to 3 whiteboards for the price of 1. So those are a couple of methods for using the panel's whiteboard and have more than one student come up to the whiteboard and be able to get work done that way.